Rolling records requests are routine things that you should just keep asking for and get on some sort of a cycle with, whether it's the data folks at the organization you're talking with or the public information officer, whomever you need to coordinate with, find out the way that you need to find the information. Just looking in your community at what's important to your audience, what's publicly available, and then finding out the frequency with which it's released, and then determining is that on your list of rolling records requests or not, and just making a person in your newsroom responsible for making sure that they're making contact, making that request, and making sure the information is coming in, vetted properly, and then determinations on whether or not it's newsworthy and coverable can be made. If it's contracts, for example, for school superintendents, I would do that on an annual basis to make sure that you're making that request every year so that you have anything new that's been specified in a contract for any public leader, such as a school official. A great resource for stories and storytelling, especially for crime and courts reporters, is talking to the police departments and just getting a rolling, probably monthly request of what disciplinary action has been taken for police officers. So at least you have the information that's coming in, then you can make a judgment on whether or not it's newsworthy. But having multiple different rolling records requests just make sure that you have a pipeline into a lot of the different beats that are important in local communities and keep you on top of what's happening and what's new and what's urgent, so you can make those determinations on what's newsworthy. Having those baselines off of a deadline and off of a crisis, it establishes a good rapport, I think, as well. So you're not reacting to a crisis, you're saying this is something that I've been asking for perhaps for months or for years anyway, and it's just part of that. I think a good example is with the emergence of body cameras and things like that. If you already have a good relationship and rapport of asking for public records, then asking for the body camera footage is a natural progression to that conversation. It may not be as easy in any given community, but at least that gives you the baseline to have a good conversation and a good rapport with the agency. So records requests, I think, again, are, in my experience, something that a couple of people tend to do in newsrooms, and I think it should be one of the fundamental responsibilities. If you want to systemize it, a good way to do that is at the assignment desk, the initial search, even if you're looking for one specific thing, the journey of finding that information will most likely give you all sorts of different paths for other stories and other ideas.